Okay, this is a second video of first lesson, uh, chemical basis of life. This is a second video of first lesson, and we stopped from here on the last video, and we are today we are discussing about the categorization of carbohydrates. We can categorize carbohydrates into three subcategories as monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. And this is a general formula of carbohydrates: CxH2OY. CxH2OY. This is the general formula of carbohydrates. This belongs to all these subcategories. And for the monosaccharides, this is a general formula, and this is actual chemical formula of monosaccharide, C6H12O6. And this is the actual chemical formula of disaccharides, C12H22 and O11. And this is the actual chemical formula of polysaccharides, C6H10O5 into N. Okay, and again we can subcategorize this part monosaccharide into three, and this into three, and this polysaccharide section into three also. We can categorize monosaccharides into three categories as glucose, fructose, and galactose, and disaccharides into maltose, sucrose, and lactose, and then polysaccharides into starch, cellulose, and glycogen. Starch, cellulose, and glycogen. Okay, now when we consider about this monosaccharides, it has some common characteristics, like it has a sweet taste, and like some crystal shapes. Okay, and those features are also in these disaccharides. It has also a sweet taste, and it is also some crystal shape. But this polysaccharide doesn't sweet taste, and also it isn't soluble in water. But these two categories soluble in water. Polysaccharides isn't soluble in water because it has a long molecular chain, long chain of molecule. Okay, long chain of molecule. Polysaccharides. Poly means long chain, more than two monosaccharides. Okay, then when we are considering about monosaccharides on your book, it has some table for these three subcategories. It mentioned in detail glucose, fructose, and galactose, and you can pay your attention to those parts. And also for the disaccharides and polysaccharides, there are also some tables on your book, and you can see for the further details those tables. And then in here I'm not going to explain those all those tables. Okay, this is like I said at the beginning, this is only a summarization. Therefore this could be helped to memorize this lesson. Okay, that's the summary. Okay, this is the summary, only summary. Okay, not the complete whole lesson. Okay, then disaccharides means two monosaccharides. Okay, then when producing disaccharides, it can release water molecule. Okay? When producing disaccharides, it can release water molecule, and it's also a two-way reaction. Two-way reaction means it can turn back. That means we can split disaccharide into two monosaccharide units. Okay, and I'll writing that. And two monosaccharide units disaccharides. Two monosaccharide units can contain to produce a disaccharide. Okay, disaccharide. When we considering about the molecular formulas, 2C6H12O6 is equal to this disaccharide C12H22O11, and it releases one water molecule. Okay, water molecule. Okay. Two monosaccharide units can combine to make one disaccharide molecule, and it is a two-way reaction. This half arrows shows it is two-way reaction. We can reverse this reaction into get some two monosaccharide units. Okay, we can turn back this reaction to get some two monosaccharide units. Okay, then again we can go to this polysaccharide. Polysaccharides means it has a long chain of molecule. Okay, it has a long molecular chain, and monosaccharide is the building unit of the smallest building unit of the carbohydrates, and disaccharides are the two combination of two monosaccharides, like writing here, and then this is a two-way reaction, and we can reverse this one into to take some two monosaccharide unit. And then in here there is another part for this this topic. Under this topic we have some little experiments, little lab test to carry out these monosaccharides and disaccharides and polysaccharides. We can test for on your book. Please check your book. On that table there are some little experiments to find starch and sucrose and for glucose. Okay, there are little lab tests for starch, sucrose and glucose. Okay, when we considering about the test for the starch, you have to grind some carbohydrate food or some you can get any sample from your food, and you have to grind it well and put some water into it and make some food solution, and you have to put some iodine, drop a few drops for that one. And then if there is a starch means there is a polysaccharide, then it has a purplish blue color. It has appeared some purplish blue color. Okay, then again when we test for the sucrose, again here get some sucrose, or if you consider about the glucose, you have to get some glucose solution, and then you have to add some 1 or 2 drops of Benedict solution into that one, and you have to put that test tube that you use to put your solution, glucose solution. You have to put that one into some water bath, immerse that one in water bath and heat it. And after that, if there is a glucose, means monosaccharides, if there is a monosaccharides, then you can see some color change, like the Benedict solution is some blue color, and blue color converts to green color, and green converts to some light green, and then it will appear some orange, and again finally brick red precipitate you will have. Okay, you will have some brick red precipitate. Okay, then the test for the sucrose. the test for the sucrose. When we are considering about the test for the sucrose, it has the same method like as the glucose test. You have to put some Benedict drops to the sucrose solution, and then immerse the test tube some water bath, then you have to heat that one. What happened there? Nothing happened. Okay, nothing will happen. There is a sucrose. Okay, then again you have to use some sulfuric acid drops for that experiment. Put some sulfuric acid drops again into that solution and again heat that. Then you will see some color change like the test you did before. The same color change you will have in front of you, and the color changes blue to green and green into some light green. Light green means some yellow green, and then again it turns to orange color, and then some brick red precipitates can be appeared. Okay, brick red precipitates can be appeared. And these are the three lab tests that you got on your book. Okay, now the next part is the proteins. Now it's finished the carbohydrates. Next part is the proteins, and let's meet on the next video for the protein part. Thank you.